my dear Scorpio. This is your love and spirituality reading for the month of January 2019 with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. We are soon entering into Capricorn season, so happy birthday all Capricorns out there, and also happy festive seasons and also a happy new year to you all. Today it's when I'm recording this, it's the 21st of December, and it's the darkest day of the year up here in the north, and through the whole northern hemisphere, of course, but in Sweden it's really not bright that many hours this day. Okay, so I read for the signs in order of most liked videos, and you can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel. And thank you all for liking, watching, commenting, donating and subscribing to my channel. I'm so grateful for all of your appreciation. And this is a general reading for sun, moon and rising sign. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to different roles by the universe. So for this reading, I will use the Crystal Tarot by Elisabetta Trevisan, and I will start shuffling your cards. So my dear Scorpio, see what's going on with you. Okay, we have the moon here together with Two of Swords. So it seems that like some of you is trying to avoid feeling heartbreak and pain, or old pain that wants to resurface. With the moon card, we can sometimes go through depression or very challenging times. But with the Two of Swords, you probably try to act like everything is all right, but it's probably isn't. Okay, and with the Two of Swords, it's a little bit like putting the lid on and going on, like the show must go on. But it's going to just postpone this and make you need to. You still need to go through this between those two pillars into the darkness here and check out what it is that's calling you in here. Because when darkness calls, it makes you sometimes cry a lot, go into fetal position, be in stillness at home. That's when the divine can talk to you. That's when you're open for business. So this is important stuff that's waiting for you here. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light, and here we have the a little knave, page of pentacles together with the moon. So this is how brightly and bravely you need to go through this gateway. So this is your next area of study, and people might ask, what's wrong with you? Why are you sleeping all day? Why are you being so lethargic? What's up with you? But this little character here is perfect to go into the dreamland. So also be very careful with noticing your dreams. Write them down, and you can take a tarot card for every aspect of your dream. The red car, and maybe like the crocodile that's guarding this gateway here. So you see what all the symbols is about, and you also learn tarot in a beautiful way when you do it like that. Okay, so little character needs to be brave to go into the darkest corner of your own garden, because it's not enchanted territory really, it's your subconscious. So I called the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have 8 of Pentacles together with 9 of Pentacles. This is your job. This is what you need to do now, and it's like the perfect timing to do this. And what can I say? It's like to prevent further nightmares. So specifically, if you have reoccurring nightmares, this is something you need to do to kind of solve that issue. The reoccurring nightmare might be also in a daydream, when the same old stupid pattern is reappearing again and again and again. All the answers are in the moon. All the answers are in your subconscious. You just need to confront your pain, stay with it, nurture it, be nice towards it, be the healer, the physician, the nurse towards your pain, and it will reward you with a lot of wisdom. Okay. And this is what you need to get out of this cycle. And it's a very helpful thing when this occurs. So it's like if you work on this, if you act on this, if you take the chance, that's the Page of Pentacles is, you might free yourself from an old karma or an old cycle, karmic cycle. So I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Scorpio viewers. So I want my dear Scorpios to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so it's done there. Okay, I will just tune in for a few seconds to you, Scorpio, and the energy of January. So I want to say that the Page of Pentacles, it's a student energy. So you need to get into the energy of being the student. It's something, it's new for you, but it's really old for your soul. This is what you need to investigate. So it might be for some of you, you will study something that feels new, but you will notice that you're very good at it from the get-go, because this is something, a wisdom that you have owned in a previous lifetime, or your soul already have access to it. It's just that you need to refresh your memory. So for some of you, it will be like new talents or old talents coming up to surface, but for this to happen, you need to go into the blues, kind of. Okay. And it's very very suitable, because the whole light in here is today very blue, because of the I'm straight underneath the roof ceiling, but it doesn't help when the daylight is just this very blue. So okay, my dear Scorpio, this is your future there, and this is your now, and this is your past. So in the past, we have the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands, 2 of Swords, you have to try to be really brave about this. Maybe not put up a smiley face for exactly, but you have been holding a lot of junk back, not showing your surrounding how bad things might really be. With the 10 of Wands, you have also, it's like you have crawled your way forward, even if your energy is kind of, because you're holding so much back, all your energy is going towards doing something that's really just a waste of energy. So you don't have that much energy to do the thing that really matters, and you're wasting it somewhere else, here with the 10 of Wands. So probably to do something that you kind of need to do. Go to work, go to school, be nice. Well, it's different things you need to do. That's even having a smile on your face might cost a lot of energy in this case, or trying to be pleasant in some way. Okay. So, and that was the past, and this is the now, and here we have the 5 of Swords. So with the 5 of Swords energy, some of you Scorpio might feel extra bitchy during this time, and it's because you don't have really any energy left, so it will come out as bitchiness. And it might be that there's actually some kind of conflict, maybe that is unresolved, and maybe from a person from the past, or a person that you are currently dealing with, and you have been trying to play nice and keep back the anger, but it's a lot of spitefulness here and anger that can come out. So this might also be the person you're dealing with. So if you don't recognize yourself, this might be someone in your surrounding acting like this. Some little spark just, and you will have a real explosion on your hand. A 10 of Wands, it can be like a volcanic eruption, because it's someone holding back, and then when it comes a little petty conflict like the 5 of Swords, that's it's about people trying to hurt each other, maybe with words, or trying to win over each other. I'm better than you, I'm cooler than you, I care less than what you do. So for some of you, it will be like that also. Maybe because you need to deal with all this pain, you might be acting like you don't care, and thereby hurting people in your surrounding, or someone is doing this towards you. They're trying to act like they don't care, but they're really carrying a lot of burden, and it's the hurt that makes them bitchy. Okay, so, and this is your future here, and we have the Four of Cups. So again, with this stoic bravery, trying to endure. But the Four of Cups is kind of a good card for these kind of situations, because it's about staying at home, doing nothing, thinking the world is boring. So again, it's a perfect opportunity for the divine to catch up with you, and to, you know, force you through the gate of the moon, and regain lost soul parts, figure out why you are so tired, or why you are so edgy, taking back all talents that you need to access during this time. So it doesn't mean that every one of you doesn't have to have like a bad karma that you need to figure out. With the Eight of Cups and the Moon, Eight of Coins, sorry, and the Moon card, it can also be that you are getting the blues just because you're currently downloading some kind of skill that you are going to have in the future. So you need to go into the subconscious realm. Instead of going to the library and studying, you go and get the blues, and you are like walking underneath the eye of God, being beamed with this energy, both from above and from your subconscious, and it just comes up like eureka moment, and you will just have learned something. You just get a new idea, or you're just really skilled at something suddenly. So this is how it works. This is why people are inventing the same thing in the same time, because they are at the same place, being beamed with the same planetary energies, unlocking doors to knowledge, old knowledge or new knowledge, whatever is in the latest fashion, okay, comes up. So people get this idea, oh, I can invent the phone, and they go about doing this, and they present their invention almost on the same day. So this is kind of scenario I see for you, Scorpio. So you might have like a scientific breakthrough, or something will happen in your life where you get some kind of wisdom that will solve your problem, or make new ones. Sometimes it's like that. Phones is a great invention, but it has created also new problems, specifically now when we have phones we can take with us wherever we go. Okay, so this is the past. And yeah, we had the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords as well. So yes, it's the dark night of the soul, which you are going through here, or you were going through this. For some of you watching in December, this might be going on now, and it doesn't, like, this kind of challenges doesn't just, you know, go disappear. I'm thinking it has been a lot of difficult things happen over a long period of time, and maybe it has repeated itself endlessly and kind of proved to you that you are worthless or unlovable or not good enough or whatever it is. But it's just an energy that wants to break you, like make you have a little bit of a breakdown so you can have a breakthrough. Okay. Because when we are happy, it's very hard for us to go down to these levels and pick up these kind of things. We might be too occupied with having fun, okay? And this is serious, okay? This is something that you really need to do. And it has been a long and hard cycle, many difficult events, but with the World card here, it's showing that you are very close to this breakthrough. Okay, it might not feel like that. It might feel like, well, I'm on the end of my rope, and if nothing positive happens now, I will probably go under. I will probably get sick or something. But with the World card, it's saying that you are doing the right thing on the right place. You're not being punished. This is just a cycle. It's just a specific part of the time where you are supposed to access these kind of doorways. So you had to prepare by going through a lot of initiations, probably with the challenge that you have been through. They are actually have made you wiser and into more, you have learned to see how strong you are and how much you can survive. So it's it was testing of your strength. It's like when the hero is going through a lot of challenges before they get to the end of the fairy tale and it's, you know, happy. But during the middle sections it's usually very challenging. But this shows that you don't have to worry, you're well taken care of, everything is happened for a reason, you're not punished, you're actually celebrated by the divine, like a hero being sent out on a quest. Yes, and here we have justice as well. So it has a karmic edge to it. Whatever you have been going through, it might be something that you needed to learn to see kind of the other side of things. If you have been, for example, a bully in a past life, you might need to be on the other side of the rope in this lifetime. And it's not that you are punished, it's just that you will feel it, how it is to both give it away and how to receive it. So you get complete knowledge, and then you can walk through the door. The justice is a door. It's a door, evolutionary door. Sometimes when we are standing trial or we have to pay speeding tickets or whatever, we're actually paying for old karma, and then we are free. So even if it feels like very pesty right now, it's actually we are just getting our rights deserved, but it's not in a revengeful way. It's all about wisdom and education. Okay, wisdom and education. And it might be that you have been very badly treated, some of you, and there's going to come some kind of resolution to that. Okay, and here we have a Knight of Swords. So for many of you, you are going to have to do the resolution yourself. Like you are going to have to give yourself justice or be your own hero. The Knight of Swords is usually not getting a lot of help from others. Sometimes it can be a lot of like-minded people like this coming together in a flock like the Roman Empire, you know. But in this situation, I feel that you might need to give yourself justice. So even if like everything on the outside is proving you wrong, for example, everything is saying I'm not worthy of love, because I'm seeing this on the outside from so many different people, then you can just, you don't want to cover up the truth. The truth might be that you're always abandoned, for example, or whatever is going on here. Or you're always like, people are never happy with your work or whatever. Okay. So you might acknowledge that. Okay. I see that this is a pattern and it's going on again and again and again. And I can notice that I am often very harshly criticized, or people are abandoning me, or I have a very bad luck, or whatever is going on. And you still have your own back, okay? You don't let yourself down. So you kind of, and you don't want to go into having narcissistic tendencies either, because that is what's happening when people are getting a traumatic injury like this. They become narcissistic and have a blown up self-esteem where they kind of, well, it doesn't matter if you don't love me, I hate you all anyway. And you start to become spiteful back towards the other people. So for some of you, this will actually be revenge, or for Scorpios that might not vibrate on such a high level, they might start become vengeful or revengeful, and spiteful. Okay. So, but if you feel that, it's fine also, because anger is better than depression. So you can go along with that too. Just be aware of yourself and study yourself at all time. Let yourself act naturally, but be aware of how you are doing things. That is going to speed up your spiritual education. It doesn't matter where you're at. If you feel like you're very judgmental and spiteful and revengeful, and you kind of put out the leg when comes one of your enemies and they trip over and you laugh, it's fine. Okay, you can continue doing that, but do it with the awareness of what you are doing, and you will eventually stop with that, because it won't give you the reward. The reward will be to, you know, just have your back and know that this is kind of a test for you, and you need to endure this to come out on the other side and get complete knowledge. So it's no really point to start a new karmic wheel and have to go through, you know, people tripping you over in your next life. It's if we have to, we have to. But if you are aware enough, you won't trigger that kind of energy. You will just see what you're doing, and you know why you are doing it. You will understand yourself, you will understand the other person, and eventually the energy that makes you do this is going to wear off, and that is when you have complete knowledge. And so you can do this very rapidly, go through this with feeling revengeful and having your revenge and doing these kind of things and doing it consciously and getting complete knowledge here and now, instead of having to do this in a karmic wheel forever and ever. So we have a Knight of Chalices here. So some of you will meet people that are spiteful and revengeful, but they still love you. So it's hard for me to say this because I don't like these kind of things, because love is what you show, it's not what you feel. If you love someone, you don't hurt them. It's against the rule of love. It's not love, then it's something else. It's control or ownership, or I love you but you don't seem to love me, so I'm going to torment you because you are triggering a wound in my self-esteem. But what I'm seeing here is that for some of you Scorpios, you have been dealing with an energy that has been rather spiteful and with narcissistic tendencies, and this person they have gone through hell and back, and probably you have too, simultaneously, because of this, and they haven't really fully learned, but they have come so far that they actually kind of want to say that they're sorry. And it might be air sign. We have both Justice, that's Libra, and Knight of Swords, that's Gemini here. We also have a Pisces. So you might be dealing with any kind of sign, but these are coming up here. And the person wants to say they're sorry, but they might be in this stage where they still are spiteful, but they have started to see themselves. Okay, they see that they are spiteful. So the cycle is still having some momentum. They will still act the same old, but they have actually... something new is coming, but it's not going to, be like a miracle like this. It's going to be a slower progress, because the person needs to do the thing that I just told Scorpio. If this is you, or you recognize parts of this, you need to, continue doing what you're doing while watching what you are doing and getting to know yourself and understanding why. Okay, now I'm saying this spiteful thing to this person I really love. Interesting. Why am I doing this? What's the feeling behind this? And you really go into it and you feel, okay, so I'm very sure that this person doesn't really love me. They just act, and I'm vengeful for it. Okay, is that true? Am I really believing that this person doesn't love me? No, their action proves that they love me. They have proved it over and over again. Even though I have been very spiteful, the person continues showing love. Okay, then what is it? And you dive even deeper, and you might find out that, well, I don't believe them because I don't believe I'm worthy of love. Okay, so why am I not worthy of love? Why do I believe this? And you go deeper and deeper and deeper. And this is what this person needs to do. So they might need to continue acting weird, or, self-destructive, but they need to do so to investigate what is going on with me. And this is, of course, if this is a counterpart, this is, of course, mirroring something within you. It might be the same problem, abandonment issues, or feeling not loved or not good enough or whatever, but it's different way to handle it. Some people will just, keep it all inside and hurt themselves, and other people will be hurting others because they themselves feel hurt. So it will be different approaches. But what I'm seeing is that if you are the person being like kind of victimized in this situation, you need to become your own hero and have your own back and love yourself. And if you are the person that has a spitefulness problem or angerment issues, or letting other people suffer for the pain you feel, continue like being the person you are. Don't immediately stop, because then it's just like stopping a habit. It will come back. What you need is awareness, okay? Stay aware of what you are thinking or feeling when another person is saying things, and say, stop. I just need to feel my feelings here now. Maybe take a little notice, okay? Putting it in your journal. You need to be like savor every moment and really deep dive. Take the time before you answer a question. Really feel into what is going on. What am I feeling here? And if the other person's babbles, you just say, stop for a minute. I need to understand what's my point of view in this situation. So please be quiet for a minute. And you take it slow. Okay, slow. Awareness. Okay. Yes, and that was in the past. And this is in the now. And here we have a Two of Wands. So Two of Wands, we had the Two of Swords coming out also. So it's a person trying to be very brave here. Two of Wands, Two of Swords. It's like a lonely hero comparing themselves with another person and trying to be, a good person in that person's eye. But it might come out wrong. Like a person really loving someone, but I don't want to ruin their lives, so I hold myself back. I don't show the love. It can also be the same thing. I love the person, but our thing that we have is destructive, so I'm not going to tell them. So this is a person holding back their horses, having self-control, and actually maybe trying to do this, having a pause, looking what's going on, what am I feeling, why don't I want to let this person through my door, or why don't want to let them go, what's going on, okay? And listen to yourself, listen. So it's a good pause to have this a little bit self-control and see what's going on, instead of just going through your old patterns and playing out the old drama. So it's a little bit of control there coming in. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is 10. We have the two masculine 10s, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. We also have the two masculine 2s, 2 of Swords, 2 of Wands. So something is going on here, but even if you try to have control and you try to not feel pain, and you want to be a nice person, or you don't want to, you want to be a nice person and don't do bad things, or you want to not be taken advantage of, like you want to have boundaries, you might still have issues with this, because the divine, even if we have free will, the divine has the wheel, okay? And this comes underneath the World card. So you can feel this sometimes. You have a quarrel with a person, and then suddenly it's like both are thinking, what are we arguing about? And then like Mars passed into another sign. So sometimes we don't have, the control over the situation, because it's something moving over the skies, affecting us, affecting our mood, making us in warrior ways, or bitchy ways, or sad ways, or happy ways. So we just can feel like the energy just shifted. And here something is shifting, something is taking over. I don't know exactly, because with the wheel it's like rolling the dice, so nobody knows except the destiny, like the three females weaving our destiny. That's like Nordic mythology, the Nona in Swedish. Okay, and here we have the Lovers, and it comes underneath Justice. So there's a relationship issue that kind of divine is taking over the wheel, or is a karmic issue going on. You can't really help, like the cycle needs to have its way with you. So we have 10 and 11 here. And I'm thinking it might be that a person doesn't want to be in love, doesn't want to engage themselves in this situation because it seems like I'm just messing up his life, or it seems like this relationship is just destructive. So you don't want to go on with it, but the divine is saying, well, there's still love there, so what to do about it? Okay, so they kind of don't want you to avoid the difficult situations. They want you to go into them, practice with these conflicts, to be aware and to kind of, pull through, okay, to be able to solve this without getting hysterical, without getting dramatic, without wanting to run away, without thinking the other person is Satan, okay, because it's a situation that needs to be solved. Okay, and we have an Ace of Wands here. So Ace of Wands comes underneath the Knight of Swords. And, okay, this is what I'm feeling here. If you have been the one proving over and over and over and over again that you love someone, and they don't still believe you, or they are still acting like they don't care about you, I think do nothing, okay? Because this energy comes from the Knight of Swords energy here. So the person that hasn't been pulling their weight, the one that has been self-destructive, they kind of need to get this epiphany here, and they need to pull the weight and have the longing for the love, okay? Not the person that has been holding the thing together, even though there was so many proofs that you need to let this go, but the person that has actually not really done the work before. So that's what I'm seeing here, that this mission is on that person. So if this is you or not, it's up to you to decide. So that person kind of needs to, okay, I can't promise that I am changed, but I can promise that I want to change and I want to grow together with you. So that is what the person needs to say. What do I need to do for us to have a more harmonic relationship? What do I need to do to get your love back? The love that you gave me, and I know I didn't, they didn't, they didn't really act like they knew that you loved them. They acted like you were their worst enemy, so they took it out on you. And here we have the 10 of Cups underneath the Knight of Cups. So someone wants to offer their love, and it might be, of course, two different people, but I'm thinking it's the person's two personalities. Like one personality is very they think that if they have control, if they are on top, if they are winning over you, they will be able to have control over the situation, and you will never ever leave them, because they keep you small, they keep you captivated, they make you feel like you are worthless. So then you won't go and know how much you are worth, and that you are worth more than them, and they won't have to be abandoned. So it's stupid, of course, but it's an old pattern, so they are not really aware about it. If they were, they will stop. But since the awareness is lacking, the problem is there. And the other side, or maybe the other person, is a person that wants genuine love. And there is also where you need to be aware, because sometimes we can be very attracted to the person that's not good for us. And, the person that wants to offer us love, it's like, I don't know why they're calling me. I don't know why they are doing me all these favors. I don't feel attraction. And if it's like that, it's because you haven't solved the issues with self-love just yet. So you don't feel like you're worthy of love. So the girl next door or the boy next door, your friend, they are friend zoned, because if you really were with them, you would be happy, and you don't feel like you deserve happiness. So you get this other person that's sticky and thorny and not pleasant and not nice, and you think, oh, this is so lovely, I feel so loved. It's some kind of masochistic behavior, but it usually comes from childhood patterns where we have being kind of domesticated, or we have learned that we are only worthy of love in certain ways, and love feels in a certain way, that we might have had a dominant mother or an absent father, or the other way around, and we feel like, oh, love is when we miss someone. Love is when we feel criticized. Love is when we feel like the other person is really, really angry with us. Oh, this is passionate. This is wonderful. Now I'm so in love. But it's crazy. It's just old patterns. Five of Swords here. Okay. People have choices here with the twos. Two are also crossroads, and the divine wants you to, make a choice here. We also have Justice. That's two going through a doorway, and so we have the choice to be to choose to be aware and know what we are doing. We can still choose the wrong thing, but awareness that we are choosing the wrong thing. Okay, I'm going with this troublesome lover because I will not fall in love with this other person. So I need to do this cycle until I'm done with it. So I realize I will not have a happy love life for a long time because I'm only falling in love with these kind of people. So that might be one thing you will do. But what I'm feeling with these two combined is that it's a person that really, really wants to better their ways, okay? They might not yet have the tools, but the divine has seen to that they have the love present to make them want to change. Love can do that to you. When you open your heart and you start to feel love, you are ready to change yourself for the other person. And that's why love is the divine's honey trap. This is how they help you fulfill your mission. If you came down here and decided, I will learn this crap here, and then they help you by pushing you together with people that will help you learn exactly that. And when you are down there, you will whine a lot and say, oh why? But it was you that chose what you wanted to learn. So here you are, learning. Okay, and this is your future, and we have a Six of Pentacles, so that's beautiful friendship. So it might be that you're choosing the boy or the girl next door, like the sweet person. It might also be that someone is really, 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 really trying to be nice here. With the Ten of Swords and the Two of Wands, they know how hellish it would be without you, so they are really trying. But when we do something that's not natural, but we do it like with our own will, it will backfire. Everything will go back to its natural stage. So it's better to deep dive into the conflicts and sort everything out. And the person needs to be willing to go through the moon and feel all the pain, because usually they don't want to do that, because they say, oh no, I don't want to talk about it. Can't we just forget about what happened? And you say, sure. And you know that 2 weeks from now, 1 day from now, you will have the same stupid argument, okay? In this case, you probably need to, pick up everything. Okay, what happened here? You got very pissed at me. Do you remember why? No. Okay, do you remember that we had a quarrel? Yes. What did you feel during that quarrel? Well, I felt like you were unjust. Okay. Can we see on the fact in this what happened? You came with food towards me. I said thank you. You got angry. What happened? Okay, I felt angry because you didn't have the right tone of voice. And you can say, okay, so that's important for you that I have the right tone of voice. I'm sorry, I was not paying you enough attention, I think. I was watching the telly. So I'm sorry, okay? And the other person say, oh, I feel so stupid now. I'm so sorry for becoming angry for this little petty stupid thing. But still, it was important because it's something that have happened to this person in the past, where someone might have ignored everything, the good they did, but they saw all the bad things they did. So even if you feel like, oh, this person is, they are so, they are so problematic, as long as you love them, you probably are there to, work this out together with them, and they will work your stupid shit out with you. So you take each other's hand and you do this together, okay? And you don't, you try to not see the other person as the enemy. When we see the other person as the enemy, or we act like quarreling siblings instead of lovers. Try to, fake it till you make it. Act like the other person is your client or your best friend, and you will probably act a little bit nicer. Because the people that's closest to us, we tend to take them for granted because we want to be able to be our natural self and they should still love us. But sometimes we need to elevate ourselves to be able to get over certain patterns that we can't get over with continuing being petty and small. Okay. So, but it's great hope here with the Six of Pentacles in this position. Okay. Next card is the Emperor. So we have the Divine Feminine here with the World card. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune with kind of the Justice person that's also feminine here on the wheel. And then we have the Divine Masculine. So I'm thinking in this case, it's the Divine Masculine that needs to open their heart. And the Divine Masculine part of us, male or female, needs to open our heart and see what's bothering. Okay, instead of well, I don't cry, I never do that, or I don't have any feelings, I don't care. It needs to go. Okay, you care a lot, that's why you are acting crazy. Okay, or the person you're with are acting crazy. So this person here needs to start to act like they care. They need to want to build something instead of being self-destructive. They need to want to, build things up instead of tear things down. And it's like babies, okay? When you are a little baby, you throw your toys on the floor and your mother or your father pick them up 1,000,000 times. And then you feel you are in control and these people love me. But then they you grow and they start to have like other demands on you. They are saying, why do you spill the milk all the time? Try to sit on the table without waving your arms. Oh God, I'm so tired of this, cleaning after you. And you think, what have happened? They have stopped loving me. So some people doesn't evolve past that. They still want to be able to throw their food on the floor and the other person is going to just love them. They don't understand that we develop and new demands comes on us. We can't stay in this baby mother-father situation where we cry and whine and we get what we want. We need to become adults, and this is what needs to happen here. The Divine Masculine particularly needs to become adult, this Divine Masculine side of you, because it's something happening with the cultures all over the world that makes the Divine Masculine, the masculine part of us, shouldn't cry, but should still get all the things that they want without making so much effort to get it. So it has made this side of us a little bit spoiled and a little bit undeveloped. So it needs to develop, but it needs to also get the time to develop. It can't happen in a flash. Okay. Next card is the Two of Cups, comes underneath Justice and the Lovers. So it's like destined. So you can't run away, you can't hide. You need to go through this relationship. You can't run away from it because that will leave the problem unsolved. You can do, but maybe it will take like 1,000,000 years before the stars are correctly aligned for you to solve this crap, and you will have to live in this kind of hell with these kind of lovers until then. That will be boring. Better to deal with it now when you have the chance. I'm not saying that you need to stay with there's people. I saw a situation here where a person threw their food on the floor and was starting to beat up their partner, male or female, okay? Did this. So in this kind of situation, of course, you can't stay with a person, but the love is still there. So you can still love the person, on a distance and try to work things through on a more 5D level if this is the case. Like looking for situation that's like similar to this situation where friends are acting in the same way, and you can deal with those minor situations before, because this situation is probably then so big and explosive because you haven't been able to see it before. You were in an illusion. So things needed to get really bad before you reacted, because you just, well, if I keep my head down and act like everything is fine, and I recook the dinner better, there won't be a conflict and we can have harmony, because I don't want a war. Okay. And you live in a constant war zone, and this is how you think things should be, but it's of course not. We need to be our own hero in this case and see that this is not worthy. So I'm not saying that anyone should put up with any crap here. I'm just saying that if there's a person here that you really love that wants to come and solve things with you, try to overcome any bitterness and do this, because it will be very rewarding for eons to come. Okay. And here we have the Strength card. So it's coming underneath this Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Strength. So I'm thinking this person, whoever it was that have been a little bit sticky and thorny before, they now have the strength and adult capacity to mature. Okay. And it comes from their reawakened feminine side here. We have Gemini, Aries. And here we have the world, the divine feminine, Gemini, Leo. I think that it's the right time. The person have, in this case, the capacity to become a hero instead of a perpetrator. So they can step into the role as the hero, the one that do good, the one that fixes. So try to not make a person feel small, okay, and inadequate with, being picky with them doing things perfectly. The first time a baby take a step, they won't do it perfectly, they will fall. And so you will have to have the same kind of patience with this person. So encourage the positive steps that they are making, and also criticize the things they are not able to make, but in a way that's not harsh or judgmental. You can say, okay, I'm really happy with your progress. I'm so glad that you were able to call me when you were on this business trip, instead of just, ignoring my calls and disappearing from the face of the earth. So I'm really happy with that. But next time, maybe you could show a little bit more interest in also talking to me, instead of saying, well, I'm here, busy, see you later, click. Okay, the person is trying, so you need to acknowledge that they are trying, and but show there's room for improvement maybe. And sometimes you need to hold back also with the room of improvement thing, because a person might have very big issues and self-esteem issues, and not thinking that it can do anything right, so they can be almost allergic to hearing criticism. So I don't know what to do with those people, but maybe these are the one that's throwing the towel, the plate in at the floor. So some people might need to. You are not supposed to walk on eggshells with these people. Okay, you are not supposed to walk on eggshells. They need to be able to see the truth as it is. You can't hide things from them and be codependent in this situation. You need to be able to say what's going on. And if they can't take it, maybe they're still not ready. So that's kind of what I'm feeling. So if the person is, blowing off their handle and getting crazy, you say, okay, I acknowledge that you tried, and I'm so happy that you're trying to, make positive changes in your life. But start with the angerment issue, okay? Call me when you are done. So maybe you can do it like that. And here we have a 7 of Pentacles. So say you need to have patience. Patience. And I'm thinking this person here is burning with impatience. Justice and Ace of Wands. They need to say that they're sorry now. They need to change now. I can't tolerate anything else. And that won't happen. So when you feel that the person is not moving forward, is not being any improvement, stay with yourself. Do the work on yourself in your own little chamber, or together with other people that is not involved in this issue, and take it cool, because time is what's needed to fix this. It's not a quick fix. It won't happen easily. And if the person isn't ready for you, give them some space to develop and nurture yourself. Build on yourself, your own life, your own happiness. That will actually help them more to grow than if you just stay and become codependent. Okay. I'll take a card from Notes from the Universe on Love and Connection to see what's going on with my dear Scorpios. So, for my dear Scorpios, I heart you. And it says, if everyone really knew how much they were loved, not only from above, but by those now in their life, there'd be little hearts drawn on everything, from wheelbarrows to skyscrapers to jumbo jets, and I so look forward to that day. Big heart, the universe. So all these conflicts and difficulties comes from the feeling that people feel like they are not loved or not worthy of love, and they can't see love even if it's like right there in their face. And sometimes people don't want to reveal that they love you, so they're keeping that a secret, which we can see here. 10 of Wands, 2 of Wands, the Emperor is very stubborn, super stubborn energy there. And don't want to show their love. Okay, so you have no clue, and their action is kind of saying that they hate you. Either it's a divine, like it's the masculine part of a female person or a masculine person. Okay, but the love is there. It's just all this unworthiness and lack of self-love. That's why when you feel that there's no going forward with this situation, even if this person is trying to be really heroic, you focus on yourself here. The 4, 6, 7 of coins. This person really do love you, and the love goes both ways, and they're really strong, or you are really strong also to make this happen at this time. This hearts everywhere. Earlier disappointments were just rehearsals for the great stuff coming your way. So if you are really tired of a person, really tired of, feeling the stupid love for this situation, or still want to work on this situation, it doesn't have to be a love situation. It can be a creative situation as well, where you don't get appreciated. All this that has made you so fed up was rehearsals for the big drama. So it's like you have lived the nightmare over and over and over again, so you can live the nightmare and have a solution and be done with it. And the big crescendo comes, like the big drama. It has been all rehearsals up to now, and now you are live on stage. Okay, so take it serious. Never regret love, no matter how blind. It improved your vision. No matter how foolish, it made you wiser. And no matter how generous, it made you more. Hubba hubba, the universe. Okay, so it kind of says it all. So I will also take some cards from the Oracle of the Angels by Mario Duguay. That's one. Awareness. So it's kind of the 4 of Cups kind of situation. I'm seeing that a classical 4 of Cups situation. So I'll read it for you. And it's 15, awareness. So this 4 of Cups, when we are alone and like staying with our feelings, digesting our feelings, we get a lot of awareness. This is when God can talk to you when you are in this stage. Yes. Okay. Practicing living in a state of awareness where you are conscious of everything, every thoughts and every feeling that passes through you. Take a second, feel your body. Notice what you have been thinking about. And again, feel your body. Feeling your body is actually the best way to make yourself aware. When you're thinking, you get lost a little bit in thoughts, but the thoughts are important too, because they kind of show you your pattern. Your thinking will go in a certain pattern that's very revealing. And if you feel how that makes you feel, you might be onto something. Yes. Where you are conscious of every thought and feeling that passes through you. Start to notice the energy of these thoughts and emotions and ask yourself if they are serving you, assisting you to live accordingly to your true purpose and potential. If you find that they are not, make a conscious decision to change these thoughts and feelings in the very moment that you notice them to ones that are more positive and uplifting. I'm a little bit against that because I've seen people failing all over and over and over again. So I'm thinking, start with noticing. You're still baby, so just notice. You don't have to immediately change, because that will make it will just become another failure on your part. So start to be noticing. You will naturally change. It will come natural, and it's beautiful. Okay, I'm 100% sure it will come naturally. Just you become aware. I am conscious of each thought and feeling that I manifest, and I'm mindful of what I create in this universe. I'm an expression of the divine light. So very beautiful. And this is all true. It's just that you can't force it. You need to, learn step by step, just by becoming aware and seeing, oh, this might not be that positive. If I say to myself, I hate myself, is that so supportive? Maybe not. And you can just practice saying, well, I love myself. And you don't have to, make a big fuss out of it. It's not rules set in stone. It's just energies. And when you start to become aware, just that is shifting your energy into more forgiveness and love and beauty. Okay. So my dear Scorpio, thank you so much for watching, and merry festive season here for all of you. Merry Christmas, and also Happy New Year or Happy Holidays, and take really good care until my next reading that I will perform in the mid of January for February. Okay. Thank you so much, and bye bye.